Well, hello and welcome to the Money Show, your one-stop destination for all personal finance queries. Now, we have lined up a power-packed show for you. In the first segment today, we will be joined by Dr. Sujay Kantawala, who's an advocate at the High Court, and he'll be talking to us about estate planning and all you need to know about making your will. In the second segment, then we'll be joined by Harsh Roongta, founder Fee-Only Investment Advisors LLP, on debt repayment and how to differentiate between good and bad debt. Remember, viewers, continue to send us your queries on our WhatsApp number 865-797-4571, or you can also email us your queries on themoneyshow@etnow.tv. With that, let me welcome our first guest on board today, and that is Dr. Sujay Kantawala. Dr. Kantawala, hi, thanks so much for joining us today. Help our viewers understand what exactly is a will, why is it such an important document, and what all is a will supposed to mention. Also help us understand what happens in case somebody dies without a will.
Well, it's a mixed bag and quite a lot of queries, but I'll endeavor to answer each one of them. See, what is an estate? The estate of a person is the total collection of all his assets, of all his immovable, movable properties put together, whatever is inherited or whatever he has, collected during his lifetime. Now, every person, every individual would like that after he passes on, his estate should be distributed as per what his wishes were. Because there can be cases where a person feels that a particular spouse or a particular child was good to him. Some were not good to him. Some relatives were good to him. Somebody had helped him in life. So he feels that, I should prepare a document where I provide for each and every asset to be distributed as per my wishes. And the will is a document which speaks from the death of the testator, the person who makes the will. So a will can be executed, can be prepared during his lifetime. A will just needs to have two witnesses, basically to ensure that the person is of sound mind, there was no coercion, threat. So normally what we do is keep a doctor or someone, and it is always advisable to have two witnesses, which is mandatory, quite young, so that in case the will is tested in court, at least these two witnesses will be able to come to the court and testify that Mr. So-and-so was of sound mind, there was no pressure, and he signed the will in our presence. So that is why it's very important for everyone. And I always advise my friends or my clients that post 40, everyone should make a will. It's not necessary, but according to me, everyone should make it a practice to make a will. A will is not a final document till you die. Of course, the day you die, it becomes final. But during your lifetime, you can always change the will. You can always amend the will. You can make codicils. They are known as codicils. So what happens is that maybe today I am having certain viewpoint, but 5 years down the line, my viewpoint may change. There may be new people coming into my life. There may be the current people exiting from my life. So I may want to execute a codicil. You can make as many as codicils as you want. The law terms them as codicils. Your witnesses may change to the codicils, but your executor, and I'll tell you the role of the executor is very important as far as the will is concerned. Your executor will remain the same. Executor is a trusted person whom you trust, who will ensure that the will speak and will be acted upon after your demise as per your wishes. And this person who is the executor, who is named as the executor, will execute your wishes as per what you had mentioned in the will. So it's very important to have an executor to the will. He is like your administrator, he administers your estate, and the two witnesses. So what is the importance of a will? people ask me, should I get it uh, should I get it verified? Should I get it kind of notarized? Or should I get it this, that procedure? It's not necessary. A will does not have to get registered. If you get registered, it's okay. Even if it doesn't get registered, remains in your drawer, that's also okay. As long as your two witnesses are there. It does not have to be any particular format, but yes, it should mention all that you want to convey.
All right.
So your other query was, what are the benefits of a will, right? That was your next query.
Right, but I also wanted to know, worst case, what would happen if somebody dies without a will? So that's a rather dire situation. So what's going to happen over there?
Right. So suppose you have a will. Let me just take 30 seconds on that. Suppose you have a will. You'll be avoiding family disputes. You'll be doing proper tax planning. You'll be able to control your estate even after you're gone. You left your body, but still you'll be able to control it. It will be distributed as per your wishes, even after your death. Because when there is a will, everyone wants to be in it if you are a wealthy man. So you want to avoid those kind of disputes. Now, coming to your second query, that if you die without a will, that is intestate. There are people who are in their 70s and they just resist making a will. They say, so you want me to die? You wish that I die? No, that's not the point. The point is this, that everyone should plan in advance. Eventually, we all have to go. So now what if you die intestate? If you die intestate, then there is a long procedure. First of all, have you made your nominations in place? For example, if you have a flat, like let's talk about a man. A man, a husband has to ensure that his nominations are in place, his will is in place, so that after he goes, his wife is not troubled. She does not have to face problems wherever there is a immovable property or otherwise. If you die intestate, then the matter will go to court. There will be disputes. So that situation should be avoided. And according to me, there should be nominations in place, and a will is a requirement which everyone should follow.
All right, Dr. Kantawala, thanks so much for joining us. We apologize for the time crunch, but that's all the time we had with you today. Thanks for taking our viewers through such a detailed explanation. Thanks so much. But viewers, you stay tuned because we'll slip into a short break. But when we return, we will be connecting with Harsh Rungta on everything that you need to know about debt. So you stay tuned. We'll be right back.